welcome to the YouTube channel. I've got Peeyush here. Peeyush, how are you going?
Good, how are you?
Good. I've been watching you in the Entertainers Cricket League. Not a bad player, mate. You enjoy your cricket?
Absolutely. I wish we were at the top of the table like we were last year, but hopefully we'll qualify.
But anyway, we're talking IPL. IPL now. Let's go through the auctions. Who are the big wins and the sore losers in the auction who spent big? So for
big
me,
winner is obviously Rishabh Pant.
yeah, Rishabh Pant. You reckon he's worth that money?
Well, that's debatable, but if a team needs a player and they desperately need him, they're happy to pay him whatever they want. I think for them it is definitely worth the value.
I think Lucknow have got a fantastic team with Pant in there, coming in at number 3 with the overseas batsmen that are around him. I think he's got a licence to kill now. And I think he's a very good captain. With that array of shots he does, the way that he can turn the game around, but with his cheekiness as captain, the cheekiness behind the stumps, he thinks outside the box, very creative with the bowling lineup they've got. And I love the fact that they've got an all-out Indian bowling lineup. He understands them. I think he is the perfect choice. Worth the money.
Absolutely. As you said, I think they have a very good bowling lineup. They have a very good Indian core. They've got some very interesting domestic players. They've got Digvesh Rathi, a leggy who bowls a lot of carom balls.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting bowler. A very good Indian core, especially in the bowling department. My only concern with Lucknow is the overseas guys.
Yeah.
Shamar Joseph is not known for his T20 bowling. Even the owner kind of suggested that because he got them only because of his base price. They got him at 75. Even Bretsky, he's not the superstar at this level or the one that you can rely on that with the kind of experience that he has. So I'm still a bit concerned. Mitchell Marsh again with the kind of history that he has to survive in a tournament like this with the. So a lot of injury-prone players plus a lot of inexperienced players at this level. Do you think they've bit short on experience, especially when it comes to the overseas players?
Yeah, with the overseas players, you're exactly right. I've got Marsh playing in there, Miller as well, Markram opening the batting. Who did I have out 4? So Pant coming in out 3. There's one other batter there that's a mainstay batter that I've got in my list here. I'll get my glasses on just to make sure. Lucknow, my second. Paran, that's right, the West Indian. I'm happy with Paran coming in at number 4. Then you've got Miller and Marsh. But if Marsh gets injured, they're gone.
So how about we make an 11 of LSC, the first 11?
The first 11?
Yeah.
All right. I've written my team down. I've actually got Badoni opening the batting with Markram. I think Markram adds potency with the ball as well. Right arm off spin. Pant coming in at 3. Paran, Miller, Marsh, Ahmed, Akash Deep, Mohsin Khan, Abish Khan, and I've got Samad as the impact player. So you've got Markram there bowling right arm off spin and Bishnoi as your 2 spin options. But I like your leg spin option as well. I haven't seen too much of him. So he might be able to come in for one of the quicks. If you're going to bring him in for one of those quicks that I've said, who would you bring him in for? Probably Mohsin Khan.
Well, actually the same first 11. First 12 rather. I'm opening with Mitchell Marsh and Aiden Markram, assuming Marsh is fit.
Yeah.
Because they kind of lacked the firepower at the top of the order last year. They were struggling with the power play, and I think Marsh and Markram could be a good combo. Rishabh Pant could also be an opening option. He has opened for India under 19. Do you think Rishabh Pant opening could be a good move for LSG?
Could be, but I'd rather him coming in at number 3. Because then all of a sudden you've got Markram Marsh, as you've put it, or Badoni if they go with me. I think Marsh is probably better up there, Badoni down the order. You want to make the most of those overseas players. If they come off and then Pant comes in the middle in those middle overs with spin, the opposition team are in trouble. Absolutely in trouble. And then you've got Paran.
Then comes Nicholas Puran, Ayush Budoni, David Miller, Shahbaz Ahmed as the impact player, Ravi Bishnoi, Akash Deep, Avesh Khan, Mayank Yadav, again assuming he's fit, and Mohsin Khan. So there are 4 left-handers in the middle order,
Yeah. That's all right. It makes a difference.
which is a luxury.
Yeah. It is a luxury.
Yeah.
And they've got the quality Indian bowling line up there too. So Young, obviously I've left him out because we've been told that he's not going to play through the whole tournament. So he's going to miss the first half, which is disappointing. I think these young quicks, these young quicks have got to understand their body, understand what format of the game that they really want to concentrate on, and build their body for that format. It's very difficult to go from power sport, T20, to the endurance sport, and that's why Boomer is having the issues. All right, the other buyer out the top of the order, Shreyas Iyer. Too expensive or the right choice for Punjab?
Well, he was the winning captain last year, so I think it is worth the premium. Especially if you are Punjab who needs a title.
I'm looking at this Punjab team. They're in trouble. I've got them as last on my list.
Hoggy, just to remind you, Punter would be watching this video as well.
Punjab. Yeah.
Punter, Ricky Ponting.
Punter.
He'll be watching this video.
I'm not really worried about him. We had a team meeting once, and Joe Wardner. When Joe Wardner comes in, Hoggy, you've got a bowl. Joe Wardner was on 50. Punter asked me to come on. I said, Punter, this is during a World Cup as well. I said, Punter, we've got them in the semi-final coming up. He's on 50. You meant to have me when he first comes in. He's in form. You might get to know me here. Come on, you're the captain. You should be more switched on than this. So, Ricky's got his flaws at some stage, but no, he's a very good coach. The fact that they've got Iyer there to captain.
Talking about Punjab.
Yeah.
You know what I've written for Punjab Kings in my notes? Read the team.
Punjab Aussie Kings. That's cheeky. You telling us that we're falling apart over in Australia, are you?
No. I'm just welcoming you to India.
Oh, right. Welcoming. Well, we've got a lot of Aussies in here. So this is my team for Punjab Kings. I'm not sure whether it's Shashank or Prabhasimran Singh to open the batting, but one of those two to open batting with Inglis. Inglis has done a lot with Perth Scorchers out home. And as we've seen
I'm a Perth Scorchers fan, by the way.
Yeah, he's awesome. And as we've seen with Australia, he can bat. So I'd have him out opening the batting. Shreyas Iyer coming out 3. I think he is coming of age, and he's going to have an absolute gem of a tournament. Then Maxwell, Stoinis, Waterer. The reason why I've got Waterer in here, I spent a bit of time with Mumbai Indians' second team just before an IPL a couple of years ago, and he's done well with Mumbai. I think he's a good inclusion. Then Prabhasimran Singh, so he comes in at 7. Then Marco Jansen from South Africa, 8. Kuldeep Sen, Chahal, the leg spinner, Arshdeep Singh. I'm worried about Chahal. I think they spent too much on him. He just goes for that wide line all the time. He doesn't have much variety, and that's probably a hole and the quality of the Indian batsman.
Well, that's interesting because Mullanpur was quite an interesting venue last year. It was seaming around the first few games, then it was very low and slow in the next few games. So how do you assess this team, or this 12 rather, totally as per the pitch and conditions at Mullanpur?
I think it's pretty good because Stoinis can bowl. He's medium paces as well, and he can actually open the bowling with Jansen or Arshdeep Singh. Arshdeep Singh, you got to get him opening the bowling, but you can get an over out of Stoinis in that power play as well, and he can bowl those cutting deliveries in the middle. Kuldeep Singh, use him for extra pace, and Marco Jansen for the extra bounce as well in those middle overs. So they've got good balance there. You've got Maxwell who can bowl a bit of off spin as well, or right arm form finders because they never turn, do they? And Chahal with the leg spin. So, and then your impact player, probably try and find a spinner to come in there and try and find that spinner to have a bit of an impact as well. But yeah, I just worry about the form of Maxwell, Stoinis and Waterer in that middle of that batting lineup because they don't really have much depth in there. If Maxwell has a poor season, it just puts pressure on the others.
Well, one thing that I really like about Punjab is the quality backups. I think teams have struggled this auction to have a good bench strength. Someone like Mumbai, I don't think they have. Their first 12 is amazing, but their bench strength is very low quality if you compare it with the first 12. Same is the case with LSG. They have only 6 overseas.
Yep.
RR only have 6 overseas. But Punjab, they have Azmatullah Umarzai on the bench who's doing really well.
Yeah.
They have Aaron Hardy, again, who's made a T20 international debut. Xavier Bartlett, I'm a big fan of Xavier Bartlett. New ball beast. He's bowling really well at it as well. Back of the end delivery, the slow one, the Yorkers. I think that's a great backup to have. And even Lockie Ferguson for that matter. So I think they were very good bench strength and they can try different combinations. So they've given them different options, especially as per different conditions. So I think they've done really well.
I think they've done really well. I totally agree with you, but one thing, as you were mentioning all those names, they're not like Lucknow. Lucknow have concentrated their bowling department on Indians, their batting department on Australians. So all of a sudden, you don't have to worry about...
I like how you say Australians.
Yeah. Well, Australians or overseas players. Well, they are Australians, actually.
Exactly,
apart from Marco Jansen, we might get him over there and play for Australia. But I guess that's why I like Lucknow.
So they even picked Nathan Ellis. But he got RTM later on.
So let's go to Mumbai Indians team. I reckon their big choice that they've got there, Rickleton. He's going to open with Sharma for me.
As per what I know is Robin Mins is going to start from whatever MI have revealed so far. Yeah, Robin Mins.
So he'll open the batting?
Probably not. He'll bat in the middle order.
Alright, so Mintz. Okay. Rickleton, Sharma, Sky, Surya Kumar Yadav. I absolutely love him. He's my favourite player. And then my second favourite player is Tilak Varma. And I'm not even a Mumbai supporter. Hardik Pandya, Mintz.
Namandeep.
Bosch or Jake's coming in next. Depends if it's a seaming deck or spinning deck. Santner, Deepak Chahar, Bolt, Boomerang. So I'd utilise Deepak Chahar and Bolt as the...
two power play beasts.
Yep, 2 power play beasts. If I can find a batsman from India, is Dur, D-H-I-R, how do you pronounce that one? Dur?
Namandeep.
Yep. If he can come in with Mintz and bat out 7 and then have an impact player of Uraman to strengthen that spin, then all of a sudden Bosch and Jakes go out, I think that would be a well-balanced team there. So Mumbai might take a risk on those two, Mintz and Dyer, to come in, and then they can use Uraman, and that adds depth in their spin department. You've got Pandya with his medium pace. That's an awesome team, isn't it?
Absolutely, and I'm very happy for Mr. Sander that he's finally found a team where he can play.
Yep.
So I think they have a great first 12. I have Rohit Sharma opening with Will Jacks.
Yep.
Tilak at 3, Sky at 4, Hardik, Namandeep, Robin Mins as the wicket keeper. Mitchell Satner, Deepak Chahar. Allah Ghazanfar was there, but he got injured, and I feel that's a massive loss for MI.
Who's that?
Allah Ghazanfar.
Yeah.
So I was expecting him to start straight away. The kind of mystery spin that he offers. And a wicket-taking option as well. Then Jasprit Bumrah and Trent Bolt. So Mujib has replaced him. So I feel Mujib might start, but they might actually go with a different combination when they play at Wankhede, because there's obviously nothing with the spinners there. And in an alternate 11, as you said, Rickleton can open as well. So I think that they have a very good starting first 12, but their backups, they're nowhere close to the same quality.
Injury, they're gone.
Injury replacement, someone like a Deepak Chahar who has a history with injuries. But I think they have another problem which is very interesting is the plenty of options in the power play. So Deepak Chahar operates in the power play. Trent Bolt obviously is going to bowl the first over. Hardik Pandya, who loves taking the new ball. You have Jasprit Bumrah, who again you would want him to bowl at least one in the power play. And Allah Ghazanfar, when he was there, he also bowls a lot of balls in the power play. And so his replacement, which is Mujib. So I think they have a very interesting problem, which is the problem of plenty in the power play.
Exactly right. I wouldn't even bowl Boomer in the power play. I'd leave him in the middle overs and death. And then because the other bowlers there are awesome there. Let's go to Gujarat Titans. And then we'll go to Rajasthan, because Gujarat spent big on Jos Buttler. And I'm still bamboozled why Rajasthan Royals did not hold Jos Buttler. His record is amazing. He and Sanju Samson and Jaswal were holding that batting line up together, and they got rid of it.
Just to set the context for this one, I'm a huge RR fan.
Yep.
And I've been working with them since 2019.
Yep.
So and I kind of expected that they'll let go of Josh Butler, so it wasn't surprising for me at all.
Yeah. Why were they going to let go of him?
So plenty of reasons. One, they believe that they've seen the peak of Josh Butler.
Yeah.
Second is his injuries. So
Yeah.
they believe his calf injury is going to affect his batting as well, and of course his English commitment, which isn't a concern anymore.
Yep. Okay, Jossie Butler, you're under pressure. So with the Gujarat Titans, while we're here, I don't mind this team if Butler's fully fit, but I've got Gill, Butler, Satterson, Glenn Phillips, Shahrukh Khan, Tawadia, Washington Sundar, Rashid Khan, Rabada, Siraj, and Krishna, and Rawat or Lomraw as the impact players. And with that team, that middle order worries me. They rely so heavily on the top three, but they've got a strong bowling attack. Is there anything you can add to that?
They have a very good mix of players who can stabilize the innings and players who can attack right from the first ball. So I think they've got a good mix, and of course they've got a good mix in their bowling variety as well. Leg spinner, off spinner, left arm spinner, left arm medium pacer. So I think they've got all the varieties covered. Gill is in terrific form right now, and he loves playing at Ahmedabad, so that's a bonus for you.
Yep.
Butler, I think that would be a very good pair, Butler and Shubman Gill, but we have seen in the last few seasons Butler is also taking his time to start. So if we see the Butler who goes right from the first ball, I think that's a very good opening pair. Sai Sudarshan again, who's more of a accumulator, I would say.
Yep.
Who you can rely on. So I think their strength is their bowling department, which was in the last cycle as well. I don't think nobody gave any chance to GT when they're playing their first game and they won the title.
Yeah.
So I think they've got a very good bowling attack, and I think that's their strength.
Yeah, definitely. I think Satarasan, as you just said, he's going to have to control the Indians and bats through the innings and allow all those other players to be more aggressive around him. So he can play that Ajinkya Rahane role.
So I think the main reason why they were so successful last cycle, I think, was their bowling attack, and they picked a lot of wickets. So interestingly, they had the most wickets in last cycle. So they picked 297 wickets in the last cycle that they had, followed by Ira, who had picked 285. So both these teams had a good cycle only because they had a very good bowling lineup, and of course, a bowler would agree.
Oh, exactly right. I think your defence is very important. If you've got a great bowling attack, it's bloody awesome. You generally have a lot of success. So for me, depth in bowling, beautiful.
But they don't have a death bowler.
They don't have a death bowler. That's all right if you're picking up wickets early on. That's fine. But Rabada, Siraj. Well, this is where Rabada and Siraj can regain some impetus there to get back in the Indian team, and Rabada can really work on that area of his game as well. That's a good point there. Very good point. Now, we're talking about Delhi Capitals now. KL Rahul. I think he is overpriced for the value that he gives in T20 cricket. And I know there's a lot of Rahul. I know there's a lot of Rahul fans out there. I'm a huge Rahul fan. I think he's probably been the most important player for India over the last 6 years because he plays in a variety of roles. And I really love Rahul. But when it comes to a T20 team, he doesn't really have the impact with the bat. He's too slow. But in the Delhi Capitals lineup, I am being brutal, and I've probably been brutal with Rahul in this department most of the time. But we've got Rahul, Fraser McGurk, because Brooks left, and that really annoys me. But Fraser McGurk, if Fraser McGurk comes off, Rahul will have a bigger impact. Then I've got Faf du Plessis coming in now, Stubbs, Axar Patel 5, Porrell, Rivsey, Kuldeep Yadav, Stark, Natarajan, and Mohit Sharma in my bowling attack. Mukesh Kumar coming in as the impact player. I'm not really confident in this team. out at this stage. I'm not really confident in the team. I think they overspent on Fraser McGurk as well.
So I'm a big Bash fan, and I
Yeah.
watch every single ball of Big Bash, and
You watch more of it than me.
maybe.
Yeah.
So I think Jake Frizzemacher has been found at the international levels. He's really struggled in the BBL as well, and
Yeah.
he might score again in the on the flat wickets. But I think we've already seen the best of Jake Frizzemacher in IPL. I think
Yeah.
they're massively overpaid, and there's a lot of inexperience and a lot of untested players at the IPL level. So if we've already spoken about JFM, Broke has only played 11 games. I know he's already out of the competition. Ashutosh, he's played 11 IPL games. Samir is with just 8. Abhishek Porel 18. So all of these players will definitely start, and there's a lot of inexperience there,
Yep.
a lot of untested players. So I think that's a concern. One positive that they have is they have probably the best death bowling in the competition. You have
Yep.
Mrs. Stark, you have Natarajan, Mukesh Kumar.
Yep.
They have Mohit Sharma who will be on the bench. So very good death bowling lineup. Especially because you'll be playing on the roads of Delhi,
Yeah.
where even 300 is
Yeah.
very likely. So they had scored. So we had a league called Delhi Premier League, and 300 was scored in that wicket.
I could see that happening this year in the IPL.
Could be, yeah.
Yeah. RCB. My team for RCB. Salt, Kohli, Patidar. I'm glad that Patidar is captain. Livingston, Padikkal. I've got Tim David, then Krunal Pandya, Jiddy Sharma, Bhuvi Kumar, Yash Dayal, and Hazelwood. Jiddy Sharma, they've spent big on him. Do you think Jiddish is worth it? I've got hang on, Rasikul Salam, the right arm media, or Suyash Sharma, the leggy, as the impact player, depending on the wicket that they're playing on. I think Jiddish Sharma is way too expensive.
I'm glad that they've changed their approach. They've gone heavy on the bowlers this time, and they've gone with experience. But I have a very interesting fact. Josh Hazelwood, who had a great season for RCB, he played in Mumbai at DY Patil, Wankhede.
Yeah.
He hasn't played a single game at Chinnaswamy so far, which I believe is a completely different venue, which you would agree.
Yep.
And I think they've overpaid on Hazelwood as well. He's still injured, by the way, when we're speaking.
Yeah.
So I think they've made some questionable calls, but there's a lot of freshness in this RCB squad. We've always seen that RCB rely a lot on the batters. They go heavy on the top order, and their bowling has always been a concern. But I believe this year there's a lot of freshness in their squad with the new management, the new coaching staff, DK there, Mobo. But so there's a lot of freshness. But is this the best squad that they've assembled? Maybe not.
I like Bhuvi and I like Yash Dayal. Both of them swing the ball. Both of them can pick up wickets early on. Hazelwood hits the deck hard. If he's fully fit, then he bowling in those middle overs with the inexperience.
So last year we had 1.4 wickets, average wickets in the power play last season at Chinnaswamy, which was the lowest.
Oh, exactly right. And that's probably why Bhuvi Kumar is important there. So you've got two bowlers there that have got opportunities of getting breakthroughs, and Hazelwood with Krunal Pandya in the middle overs I think is important. I think Krunal Pandya, a left arm off spinner. You've also got Livingston there with his variety as well. So they've got plenty of bowling options there to keep it nice and tight. Batting again, just that middle order. Livingston's hit and miss, Padickel's hit and miss, Tim David can be hit and miss as well, and Jiddy Sharma and Krunal Pandya, they're hit and miss. So they're relying on those top three, and Salt's pretty much hit and miss as well. So Kohli and Patidar, they've got their work cut out. All right, let's move on to SRH because I'm going to try and leave Chennai.
Before we leave RCB, another concern that they have is the acceleration against spin. So they have a lot of batters who've struggled against spin, not to score, but to score at a good run rate or a good strike rate. Other than Patidar, who I believe is one of the best players against spin in this league. The way he played leg spin, I think he had the best strike rate against leg spin last season. But rest of the batters, they've struggled against spin. They have a good average because they play spin well, but not a very good strike rate. That would be a concern. Virat strike rate of 125 since IPL 2023, Swalt 154, Patidar 197 was the best player. Liam just 93, Krunal just 95, Tim David just 100. So I think that would be a concern.
But Virat Kohli made 100 against leg spin in the Champions Trophy, didn't he? So he might have worked on that. No, but you're totally right there, and I think RCB are in a bit of trouble. I don't see them in the top 4. SRH. Now this is an interesting one. SRH, Sunrisers Hyderabad. Abhishek Sharma, Travis Head, Ishan Kishan. He is a big pick, and he's worth all the money. Ishan Kishan. He's an Indian batter that can really take the game apart. Enrique Klasan, I think he's the best player of spin at the moment going around in the world. Mendes with his all-round ability. Reddy, and I've got Mulder in here because he's an all-rounder. Cummins, Unad Cat. For some reason, I think Unad Cat has been underrated. Left army, you need him in there.
No, Rara has always rated him very highly. I've paid a lot of amount for him.
Yep. And Rahul Chahar, Mohammad Shami, and I don't know who an impact player is there, but Reddy, he has to lift this year. He's played for India. Where's he going to go from now? He's shown that he's got some talent. He did well over there in Australia. Is that going to come off?
Well, I was there when he scored the 100 against Australia.
Yeah.
At the MCG.
It was brilliant, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah. We got whipped by Reddy. What do you think of this team?
I think Ishan Kishan outside power play is the first concern for me when I look at the top order. He's been very successful with the field restrictions on, but outside power play, he has his issues with the strike rate. So I think that would be interesting how they kind of manage Ishan Kishan and the top order, because they've got a lot of openers who like to start in the power play and have a very good strike rate, but post power play the strike rate massively drops down. So I think that would be a concern. And bowling, that still doesn't look very convincing to me.
Yeah, it doesn't. I think they just lack the spin department. Their paces are alright, and you can't break up Abhishek Sharma and Travis Head. Let's go to Rajasthan Royals. You're happy with their squad?
Well, I'm not happy with the squad, but I'm happy with the first 12.
The first 12?
Yeah.
Alright, you go with yours, your first 12.
So I'm going with Sanju Samson, which is obvious, opening with Jaiswal. We call him Jess Ball.
Yeah. Jess Ball.
Nitish Rana, Riyan Parag, Dhruv Jurel, Shimran Hetmaya, Waindu Asranga, Jofra Archer, Tushar Deshpande, who's injured at the moment.
Yeah.
Mahesh Tikshana and Sandeep Sharma. So they'll have one between Madwal and Dubey as the impact. So batting second, they'll have Shubham Dubey as impact, who they rate very highly, who plays for Vidarbha. I think they have a very good first 12, great Indian batting core, and this time they have a very good batting depth as well, which was the sole reason I think RR have struggled in the last 2-3 seasons, especially the season where they played the final. I think they have a very good spin duo of Asranga and Tikshana, and with the long square boundaries at SMS, I think that's a huge advantage. And I think this spin duo is, I would say, an upgrade over Ashwin and Chahal.
Rightio. That's a good team. I like that. The way I would have gone was Jaswal Jurel opening the batting, Samson out 3. I think Samson's done a great job out 3. Hetmaya, Rana, Parag, Hasaranga, Archer, Faruqi, Kartikeya, Deshpande. I've got a lot of time for Kartikeya.
So who are you replacing Faruqi with?
Faruqi, that's who I've just got him in my list. That was my 11 starting, and I've got Shubham Dubey to open.
Interesting.
Yeah. I like Faruqi. I think with Faruqi and Deshpande, you can use them to open the bowling, and you can use Archer as an impact bowler alongside Kartikeya and Hasaranga, because it's always good as a spinner to have that sheer pace out the other end. And I was out Mumbai with Kartikeya there as well. I was doing a bit of stuff with him.
I feel he's very underrated.
He's very underrated.
Left arm orthodox bowls, Chinaman, googly. So I think he's got a lot of variations and a very good economy as well. So I feel he's very underrated.
Yeah. So and I think the way that you use him is just bowl off swing when we're looking for economy, bowl your leggies when we're looking for wickets, because he's quite capable out both. And with the bigger boundaries there out Rajasthan, that will suit his leg spin a lot more than out 1KD. I think out 1KD, when he was trying to bowl the leg spin, you mistime it, it still goes for 6. So they didn't get full value.
And I think he'll get a lot of opportunity this year because he's the only Indian spinner they've got.
Exactly right. Get him in there. All right, we're going to go KK now. KKR. And then Chennai. KKR. This is my team. I love this team. I've got De Kock, Narayan to open the batting, Ajinkya Rahane to come in at 3. If De Kock and Narayan come off, Ajinkya Rahane just drops down the order. Venkatesh Iyer, Ramandeep Singh, Rinku Singh, Andre Russell, Malik. The reason why I got Malik there, and I know quick bowling out Kolkata is quite tough, but the coach there, an Indian coach, he's renowned for getting the best out of the players. I think Malik's going to have a great year. Varun Chakravarti, Rana and Norki. I've got Pandey or Roy as the impact player. I like to see more of Pandey. I've spent a lot of time with him through the through IPL years that I've been here. Fantastic fielder, fantastic player, fantastic bloke. Did they spend too much on Venkatesh Iyer?
Well, I think they've paid loyalty premium for him.
Yeah.
So just to keep the core intact, and I think they've done really well just to keep the winning squad with them. So I think they've almost the same starting first. Well, you have got Quinton de Kock up. You can also have Gurbaz, who was there in the last squad as well. Then they have a like replacement in Spencer Johnson in place of Mitchell Starc, who they can start with if they want that left arm angle.
Yep.
And of course, Spencer's extra pace. They've got Vaibhav Arora as well, who was there in the winning squad. Varun Chakravarti, Harshit Rana, Ramandeep Singh, Russell, Rinku Singh. So I think they have the same combination that they have last year. Had last year when they won the title.
All right, let's quickly go on to Chennai Super Kings. Chennai Super Kings, I love their squad. They always pick for the dominance out Chennai. You win 7 games out Chennai, you're generally going to get to the playoffs. So Gaikwad, Conway to open the batting. Ravindra maybe coming in at 3. Then I've got Huda coming in at 4. Shivman Doob coming in at 5. Jadeja, Ashwin, Dhoni. And then I've got Nathan Ellis because he's got good variety. Cahill Ahmed, I really like that left arm option. And Patty Rana, I think he's one of the best death bowlers in the competition. Huda or Tripathi as the impact player. So if Tripathi plays, Huda's the impact player. If Huda plays, Tripathi's the impact player. But Tripathi's the impact player because Huda can bowl a bit of right arm form finders as well. And they don't have bad depth as well. So I'm quite liking that lineup. And Ashwin, but they're old. Ashwin, Dhoni, Jadeja. Dhoni's just there. He's not going to have much impact. But I think that's a pretty good squad. What do you think?
I think they have the best batting depth in the competition along with Mumbai. You have Ashwin, then there's Noor as well who can bat. And at home, good luck if you're playing against Ashwin, Noor and Jadeja. I think Chipok is going to turn this season. Because we haven't seen a lot of turn the last few seasons at Chipok. Although we talk about a lot of spin at Chennai, but we haven't really seen a lot of turn except the game that Aussies got collapsed in the last World Cup, ODI World Cup. Apart from that game, we haven't seen a lot of turn. But I think this year, with the kind of bowling lineup that they have, they're going to choke the opponents with this spin try of Ashwin, Jadeja and Noor. So I think they've got a very, very good balance side, a good batting depth, good spin bowling lineup, and they've got some good backups as well. They've got Anshul Kamboj, who had a great domestic run, played for MI last season. So he can play in away games as well. So, and I think Sam Curran, I believe, is one of the steals of the auction at 2.4. CSK, even though he's not having a great run so far, but I think CSK rate him very highly, and we've seen the best of Sam Curran with the bat as well when he was in CSK when they had a horror season. And I think he'll start with the kind of confidence that CSK have on Sam Curran.
Yep, that could be good actually, because Sam Curran could come in and open the bowling with Cahill Ahmed. That'll leave Nathan Ellis out, but if they want to go with Ellis with extra bowling, his variety would really suit that slower wicket there. So I like that. Rightio, captains under pressure. Let's quickly go through the captains in 2 minutes. Who's the captain of Mumbai Indians this year? It's Hardik Pandya. Do you think he's under pressure?
with Jasprit Bumrah, who was at his captain in the last PGT, Rohit Sharma, who's ODI skipper, Sky there, who's a T20I skipper. So I think he'll be in pressure.
He'll be under pressure. Do you think the fans will get behind him this time?
Absolutely yes. Absolutely yes.
Please get behind him. It's he's gone through some tough times over the last few years, so get behind him. Ajinkya Rahane for KKR. He's got to be under pressure.
I don't think that's a really great move. I think they had Venki or even Rinku Singh. If they're looking for the next few years, if they had a longer vision, I'm still not convinced that Rahane is the best option for them as skipper. Who wasn't actually really starting in the first 12 when we were actually making 11 before right after the auction. In fact, he would be the first captain who was picked in the unsold list.
Yep, exactly right. So Ajinkya Rahane, you're my favourite player as well.
I love Rahane too, by the way.
Yeah, he's fantastic, but he's under a little bit of pressure. Gujarat Titans, Gill. I think he captained when Rowett went off the field in the Champions Trophy extremely well. I don't think he's under pressure. I think
Not at all.
He's got a great bowling line up there. He doesn't have much to think about. The only thing he's got to think about is talking to that middle order. RCB, Patidar.
I think that's a very good move, and I was actually expecting Kohli to be the captain, but good for RCB. I think that's a great move.
Yeah, I was expecting Kohli to be captain, but I think it's great. Patidar's had experience. He's
also captain for MP, so
yeah.
He has that experience, and I think if you're backing for a longer run, I think that's a great move.
SRH, quickly, who's the captain there?
Paddy Cummins.
Paddy Cummins, that's right. He's definitely under pressure, Paddy Cummins. He's too cool for school. But no, I think Paddy Cummins is the right man for SRH. Rajasthan Royals, Sanju Samson. He's under pressure this year.
I think he's a very unorthodox style of captaincy. So he has his own style, and when things go his way, you'll appreciate him a lot. That he's done really well. When things don't go his way, I think he'll be questioned. So I think
one thing that I really love, because he came to Rajasthan when I was there, the first year he was very quiet, but he owns the job. He owns that role, and that's what I like about him. Delhi Capitals, Rahul, definitely under pressure there. Well, he hasn't got a batting line up there, and he's got to work his bowlers overtime to keep them in the game.
But you have not even spoken about the spin bowling attack, which is actually very good. Akshar and Kuldeep. They don't have really backups. They don't have any backups or the backups of the same quality, but I think they've got a very good spin bowling attack.
Chennai, Gaikwad, he's got Dhoni around him. He'll be fine. You happy with Gaikwad as the captain there?
I think he's done really well.
Yeah. Part, he's not under pressure, is he?
Not at all.
Not at all. And Punjab, Shreyas Iyer, well, you've got your money. But you've got a few owners down there that are trouble. Okay, let's go through the top 10. How do you rank these teams? All right, no, I'm going to be hard on you here, Peeyush.
Okay.
Who's number one?
I think we'll see the best of CSK again this year. So
you and I agree. Number two.
My concern with MI is their bench strength and with the kind of injury-prone players that they have. But I still think that they'll have a good run this year.
Right, I've gone for Lucknow as two. Number three.
Okay, I have my bias for Rajasthan Royals, but I'll still go with Dara because I believe that they've got a very good first 12.
Right.
So, and purely because they've done really well at home as well. So, and you know it better.
Exactly right. That's good. I've gone for MI there. Number four.
So, I'm giving an outside chance to Punjab Kings this year as the surprise picks.
Right. Number five.
Probably SRH.
SRH. Right.
I really like the approach of going hard in the power play, not just in the power play, outside power play as well, even in the last delivery, and they've kind of given a lot of excitement for the viewers last season with their approach, and I think with this squad, I think they're going to continue the same.
I've gone for KKR as 5. 6.
I think I would go with KKR as well. They would be somewhere in the mid-table.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll repeat what they did last year without GG, without Iyer, and I'm still not convinced that they're going to repeat. I think they are going to Korba and Lodbo, but Jeet Ball looks very difficult.
Yep, rightio. So KKR. So number 7, I've gone for SRH at 7. Who have you gone for 7?
I think GT would be in the mid-table as well.
GT?
Yeah. The order might change, number 6 or 7, but I think they would be somewhere in the mid-table.
Right, okay. Number 8 then.
Maybe even 10.
Rightio. So I've gone RCB number 8. So who have you got number 8?
Yeah, RCB, I believe, at somewhere around 7 and 8.
Rightio. Number 9, I've gone for Delhi Capitals. Who have you gone for?
Same, Delhi Capitals, yeah.
Yeah. And number 10.
I think that would be a close fight between TC and LSG for the wooden spoon.
Right. Okay. So you got LSG as the wooden spoon. I've got Punjab Kings for that wooden spoon. Hey, Peeyush. That's it. We've gone through the IPL very quickly. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
And let's hope the Hunters get over, because I want to see more of you in the last 2 days that I'm here in Delhi.
And hopefully you'll see the bowler in me as well. With, if my shoulder is perfectly alright, I think you'll see me bowl.
He's got a day off. He's not doing anything today. He'll be right.
I'll play Holi with you.
Thanks so much again, mate. Thank you so much. All right, that's our IPL wrap, and thanks very much for Peeyush for joining me. Thank you.